You're still watching TVC News, and back in Lagos, you're watching The Breakfast Show, of course, and we're going to be having conversations about what is happening on social media. You know, the only person that will give us concrete information, the truth, is standing by. Olamide Odekole, good morning to you once again.
Good morning again, team. As usual, I was hit with about 20 trending stories. I had to pick the top 3. It's a hard job that I do. Let's see what we have.
Take it away.
Good morning, Nigeria. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and our eyes on the streets. And here on the Trending Now segment, my team and I do our best from Mondays all the way down to Saturdays to bring you all the trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today with this development where an angry mob in Dansadao town, Maru local government area of Zamfara state, has attacked a lawmaker. Now, this lawmaker visited with Governor Dauda Lawal, and the people accused him of poor performance and neglect of his constituents. The lawmaker, Kabiru Mikelu, who represents Maru South constituency in the Zamfara State House of Assembly, was reportedly assaulted on Wednesday when he accompanied Governor Dauda Lawal on a visit to the troubled community. Now, residents accused Mikelu of abandoning their area since his election, claiming that he's failed to visit or engage with them during key moments. Some even alleged that he didn't attend Salah celebrations in the town and never came to commiserate with families affected by repeated bandit attacks. Security operatives were said to have intervened swiftly to restore calm and prevent the situation from escalating further. This story was trending all across social media, and I would be amiss if I didn't take it. That's what happens when people feel slighted politically. Let's have a look at social media. I'll take 2 tweets. Mezie says, this headline should read, a House of Representatives member in Zamfara State warmly welcomed by happy constituents over poor performance. Keyword, warmly welcomed. Such a beautiful reception by happy constituents. Dumije says, when it's time to vote, they will forget that he didn't perform. I don't know what to make of this. Now, we never condone violence. We're absolutely right now on this table condemning any sort of violence. This is not the way to handle things. However, it's important to note that this is not just one anger from one visit. It's a run over and a boiling over. The people have reached a boiling point time and time again in key moments, you know, as constituents. They felt neglected and they just couldn't take it anymore.
Yes, they might have gotten to a boiling point, but I don't think attacking him the way they did was the right thing to do. There are so many other ways they could have used in, expressing their displeasure. However, it's a wake-up call for other lawmakers to realize that, look, the people have reached boiling points. It's not only in Zamfara, it's everywhere in Nigeria. So if you are not representing your people well, maybe you should expect a reception like this. It's unfortunate. I don't support it. I believe there are better ways that would have made their points known.
Olamide, when I saw the story yesterday, it made me think so many things that I'm not going to mention on TV. But of course, I do not support violence in any way. But it also says that when you are being put in a place that you should lead, you need to do the right thing. Because the people will not be quiet forever. That's the mistake that we make sometimes. You feel like, oh, the people will not say anything. They're stuffing it in, and they particularly get to a breaking point, and then nobody can handle it again. It's really sad what happened. I know they can handle it in other ways, but I just hope this serves as a lesson to leaders generally, not just in Zamfara, leaders in every state. When you are in a place of authority, let the people feel it. You are not there for yourself. You're not there for your bank account. You're not there for your pocket. You are there for the people. So let's make sure that we take care of those people, because they are the #1 people that should be taken care of. The first tweet you read, that how the headline should have been put, that person can be a journalist, because that's a fantastic headline. But of course, I do not succumb to violence.
You are called an honorable and a representative for a reason, because you're not representing just your family or yourself. You're representing constituents. You're representing people. They've entrusted their mandates, in you to help them advocate, do things and ensure that they get the dividends of democracy. When we talk about national cake, that's one of the best ways of getting the national cake, by advocating the cause of your people and let them feel the impact of governance, so that they won't feel like their votes had gone astray. So one thing is, as you said, guys, I also do not support violence. Those of us on this table, Olamide, myself, Etoma, Ria, and the people at the back room, when we are angry at the lawmaker or anyone who is a rep, we won't we won't assault the person. The best way we'll do it is by the ballot system. You change the person without even making any noise. So watch this person saying that is the handiwork of his oppositions and all of that. This is a wake-up call for everyone who is representing their constituents, whatever level. Imagine someone winning a councillorship position, and the next thing is they go to Abuja for what? Come on.
Absolutely. You know, earlier on in the show, team, we discussed local governments receiving funding directly. Now, this is not, he's not a local government chairman, but I think this is a case study for grassroots leadership, how they're very, very close to the people. And so if anything, you have to be more hands-on. You cannot afford to be distant. Like you've all said, it's a lesson in leadership. Thank you so much for your input. Moving on into the world of social media, where popular social media figure, Very Dark Man, also known as Martins Ose, has revealed that he received $75,000 in cash, and he's giving $50,000 of that from an anonymous donor. And he says that he plans to use part of the money to give to a 15-year-old Nigerian inventor. According to Very Dark Man, this teenager has built several devices from scratch, including a wireless power bank, a blender, and even a film projector. And despite posting his work online for years with little attention or support from anybody, VDM now says that he intends to clear some personal debts with part of the money, but he's going to use the rest to sponsor this boy's education and his technical training abroad, possibly in China, with the goal of ensuring that his talent is fully developed. Have a look at this video.
Brought to me now, this is $50,000. Somebody had promised to give me this money when he saw what I was doing in China. He said, Very Dark Man, I'm going to support your business because I believe in what you do. So today, they brought this money. Now, while I was expecting this money, there's this particular boy on Instagram. He's a very creative boy. I saw his page some months ago, but this money was not for me. And part of this money is meant for that boy.
VDM also explained that the aim is to provide the teenager with long-term support so that his innovation skills aren't wasted. Of course, this revelation got a lot of applause online, and many people are praising this move as a rare example of direct investment in young talent. I'll take 3 tweets on this. You got to give credit where credit is due. Akwemi says, instead of just handing it over, can he be enrolled in a school to help him learn and harness his gifts? He has good ideas, but it needs tutoring, and then he can be productive with his gift and employ labor. Tutu Forex says, just stay consistent. You don't know who is watching. I couldn't agree more, Tutu. And finally, Pizzle says, this is the person we should be making famous, not Kataefe and Pella. Now, team, despite me and VDM having our differences online once or twice, you know, you've got to give credit where credit is due. A lot of times we see these pointless giveaways on social media, 100K cash there, a few 100,000s, that don't actually, you know, show a real social investment into your online community. If you ask me, this is a shift from clout to capacity building. I have to say $50,000 towards this boy's education. It's extremely commendable.
Look, this VDM just keeps making me feel this way today and that way tomorrow. Right now, he's making me really like and respect him for what he is doing. I mean, the $50,000, if he hadn't come out to mention that, nobody would have known about it. He would have used it for his own business or whatever. But he has come out to say that, and he mentioned where he is going to invest the money. That means he's telling us to watch out and see if he's telling a lie. If that is the person he is, then I support this particular initiative very well. Taking the guy to China is a fantastic thing to do, because the Chinese are very innovative when it comes to all these things. So give the guy a better future, a brighter future, and through that young man, several other young men will benefit. So what he's doing is not just for one person, it's for a generation.
Of course, and for Very Dark Man, when you do good, we'll praise you. But when you do bad, of course, we will definitely, you know, speak against it. This is good, and I respect you for it. I don't need to like you, but I respect you for what you've done. I love the fact that, you know, you were transparent with it. And if you look how Very Dark Man started, you know, he started in a way that he was trying to give back from the Jenny's Glow thing, trying to protect, you know, Nigerians. So he started from a good way. It's just that along the line, I didn't understand where he was, you know, taking it to. But this is actually a good one. I love the fact that he's going to invest in a person. When you invest invest in a person, it's not just one person. You're investing in a lot of people, because I'm sure this person has family. You know, if this person is a big person, he'll come back and help his family. So it's a good one, very dark man. We want to see more things like this. We love your transparency. I like the fact that you came out with the money, and you know, because a lot of times people say audio things. They'll say, we'll give out audio money, and the person never gets the money. But you know, I feel like you coming out with this means that you really want to impact in a life, and that's what it should be about, impacting. And it's Christmas season actually, so what better time to do it than this period?
That's right. And can you imagine, the guy was just doing what he knows how to do best, and then according to the story that you read, Olamide, he was just doing it. People didn't notice him. People didn't say much about what he's doing. That's to say that whatever it is that you're doing, you have to just keep at it. As long as nothing is good, you believe in that cause. You do not know who is watching, and that's a lesson that I've actually taken from here. Very dark man, you've done a very, very gracious thing. You've just done something glorious, and I will give you your flowers. You know, we may disagree on so many things, but on this particular one, I say, you know, kudos to you. And you could go ahead to also set up a trust fund so that, you know, we can also follow up with the guys, you know, successful stories.
Absolutely, and I think this is a call to action for all of us. How are we actively contributing to our communities? You know, you have this online presence, and sometimes you don't understand that the people behind there often rely on you for real life interactions and support. Thank you so much for your input, team. Moving on, very controversial story here, where Nollywood actress Doris Ogala has now issued a 1 billion naira legal demand to Lagos-based cleric Pastor Chris Okafor, accusing him of an alleged breach of promise to marry. Now, in a letter dated the 16th of December, sent through her lawyers, Etoma keeps laughing, Ogala has given the cleric 21 days to respond or face legal action. And her legal team says that the relationship between them began in 2017 and was built on what they describe as clear and consistent assurances of marriage, reinforced by family introductions and even public appearances of the two of them together. Her lawyers are alleging that Doris Ogala made major personal and financial decisions based on these promises of marriage, including leaving her troubled marriage and allegedly entrusting the cleric with 45 million naira of her personal funds. Her lawyers also claim that there are messages, photos, videos, and even banking records to support her case. She's also made videos of recent exposing the pastor and making several allegations against him, but we're going to play one for you right now.
The only crime I committed was loving a man, my boyfriend, and helping him to track or to lure the person who has been defaming him or calling him out on social media, the way he put it. Everything I did was legal. Everything I did was, I consulted the police, I wrote statements in the police, I consulted the EFCC, I wrote statement in EFCC Benin. It is verifiable. I had my lawyers and their lawyers' guidance. Everything I did was in the line of law. I did not commit any crime, not at all.
Doris Ogala further alleges that she's been subjected to public scrutiny and online harassment following the fallout between herself and Pastor Chris Okafor. Let's have a look at social media. Wahala, don't go and promise anybody that you marry them and fail. Please. To my men watching back home, Kay says, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. She can actually destroy that man's ministry. And Jeremiah Robert says, 1 billion naira for I will marry you. So love has an invoice now. Pastor promised marriage. Actress delivered patience. Court will now deliver judgment. Next time someone says, I'll marry you, please ask for receipt, witness, and an installment plan. Team, this is very interesting. Now, this is not to mock her in any way, but it's the fact that this story has garnered so much attention online because it's really unheard of. I never thought that a promise to marry would carry legal consequences, Etoma.
I need clarification on that. I need clarification on that. Oh boy, I couldn't stop laughing while we were reading that story. It's one of the things one of the reasons I don't like very personal stories to be put in the public space like social media. When you were having a beautiful time with this man, nobody even knew, you know, and asking for 1 billion because he promised to marry you and failed. Wow. That's quite expensive. We need to check the Constitution and see if there's a
Pricey
space.
promise.
If there's a space for that kind of thing. But it also underscores the extent a woman can go when she's conned.
And I'm going to speak with two sides from the story, because Olamide, we are women. And the first one is, you know, as a woman, you should not put all your hope on a person. You know, that's number one, because it can be very heartbreaking. I remember when the story broke out with Doris, I'm like, oh, why is she doing this? Why is she? I don't like the way she's handling it in the first place. But Olamide, it can be very painful. We all know how some men can be. Yeah. I know a story of a girl that this man promised her heaven and earth, and at the end of the day, this man married somebody else. This girl was almost killing herself. We do not understand how that is if you're not experiencing it. I mean, small heartbreak, small breakfast, we know what we go through. Talk less of now, you know, someone has no, I'm being honest, I'm being realistic. Talk less of now, somebody has now promised you marriage, and at the end of the day, you see him happily married to another person. It can be painful. But in this case, I'll just say, as women, let's focus our attention on things that are very beneficial. Let's not put all our hope on a man, because at the end of the day, we know how men can be. And this is not me talking against men. I love men, but sometimes they are not straight. Like, they are like this, they go like this, go like this. They are never.
It's a coin. It has two sides. There are lots of women that don't go there.
No, Ibrahim, can I say something? Not all men, but most men, they don't move straight. They turn around. So
well,
as women, also use your brain.
Ditto women.
I'm really sorry.
Women folks.
I'm really sorry for what has happened to her. I don't like the way she's handling it. May God just give her the peace that she deserves.
I've been looking for words to describe this situation, and I got some words: clerical malfeasance, betrayal of trust, spiritual hypocrisy, and scandalous conduct. You know, because I've been looking for which word to actually use, because this person is supposed to be a pastor, and then you promise the person to marry. As long as you know that you're not going to do it, why don't you call this person and discuss with her? This is never going to work out. And I understand that the marriage the relationship had gone on for quite a long time. I could hear from the backroom boys, you know, the guys in the PCR, they've been saying a whole lot that I can't say on TV, but it's so sad. I feel that they will receive favor altogether. The husband, the former groom-to-be and the former spinster-to-be. This is a serious matter, and it's a matter of the heart. I really do not know how to approach it, but I hope God.
But you know that Olamide, Ibrahim has just agreed with me, because what the man did as well is not the very best.
Should I tell you of a story of women that have jilted men?
Yeah. I know, but what this particular man did is not the very best.
I can't blame the guy. I can't blame the woman, because I wasn't there. As Etoma said, I wasn't there when it was all rose. When it was all rosy, all right? You know, I wasn't there. See, so it's difficult to talk about.
There's one thing I always say. In this world, there are two people, two types of people, the good people and the bad people.
Regardless of gender.
You know, and you get them everywhere, in the clergy, in hotels,
absolutely.
You get them in corporate organizations.
Men need to do better with promises.
Listen, Ria, the point I'm trying to make is that it's not a gender thing.
Exactly.
So let's not say men this or women that. It's a people, it's a human thing.
Will you agree with me that oftentimes
if I may step in here, my lord. First of all, I want to focus on my attention on the psychology behind her anger and her claims. And that psychology is stemming from the fact that a lot of women, unfortunately, believe that marriage is the be-all and the end-all. Because if she didn't have that implicit belief, she wouldn't be reacting the way that she is. In fact, Doris has the psychological mindset that something has been taken from her. She said, I slept with you, I gave you my money, I gave you my time, I gave you my energy, I gave you my resources. This woman believes that in relationship with somebody, something has been taken from her. And I want our women to take their mindset, shift their mindset away that when in a partnership with somebody as a woman, if you sleep with somebody, nothing has been taken from you. You've not been cheated out of your body.
That's why when you're in a relationship, you do not delay marriage, you do not, play around. Get serious whenever you're getting. If nothing has been taken from her,
at least her money has been taken.
Absolutely. Remember, ladies back home, there's life before marriage and there will be life after marriage.
Olamide, her money was taken.
Let me go ahead.
Moving on, here on the TVC Breakfast Show, we truly believe that time is of the essence. The past, the present, and indeed the future. This segment is Notable Timelines, reminding you of who, what, and of course, where. News for my sports lovers and the whole of Nigeria, because Nike is set to bring back the iconic Nigeria 1996 football kit in 2026, marking the 30th anniversary of the Super Eagles' historic Olympic gold medal victory in Atlanta in '96. Now, this jersey remake will be a one-to-one reproduction of the original jersey that was worn when Nigeria defeated Argentina in the final, a moment that is widely regarded as one of the greatest achievements in Nigerian football history. Fueling anticipation of this jersey, Nike has also released a new advertisement featuring JJ Okocha, a standout member of the 1996 squad. And although official images of the kits haven't really dropped yet, the jersey is expected to launch in spring-summer of next year, and versions are likely available with Okocha's iconic number 10 and some without a number as well if you're into that. But 3 decades on, the Atlanta 96 triumph remains a symbol of belief, brilliance, and Nigerian pride. And now a piece of that history is coming back with a new jersey. I love this so much. Before I hand over to my very capable team, I'd love you all to please chime in on this segment with the hashtag trending now or with the tag notable timeline to remind me about a person, place, or thing